And we know that you get wound up by road stories, the state of our roads. So what about this? Repair work has started on one route in Wiltshire, which has been called the Wonkiest road in England.
Quite the title. Lyne Banks has been closed for more than 2.5 years since the road collapsed under the weight of Storm Eunice in 2022. Our reporter Will Glennon has been to see how repair work is going.
It is a big engineering challenge, turning this back into the busy B road that was here. In February 2022, a landslip buckled and twisted it, but the earth continued to slide and things got even worse. This road has been closed for 2.5 years. At times it looked like a crazy cartoon, the way it was going up and down, moved one side and then the other, and it's kept on moving. Look how far that piece of road has slid, but it has finally stopped and now the council can fix it.
The road has been gently sliding down the hill for a long time. What we're going to do is stabilise the hill, so we're putting in 100 metres of pilings. Those are pilings that will go 11 metres down. They'll then be cross-hatched, supported with further pilings to make sure the hill can't keep moving. Once we've done that, once we know it's stable, we'll then rebuild the road where it was.
The road was vital for local residents and businesses. 5,500 vehicles used to drive on here every day. Diversions hit many people hard.
Over there it's moved, really significantly.
But Wiltshire Council says alternatives like a bridge or a new route weren't feasible. Instead, it's been working to get contractors on site for proper repairs as soon as possible.
For the public and local businesses, it's really good to see the activity happening, and then it feels like there is an end is in sight.
And to those around here whose lives have been disrupted,
I'm sorry it's taken so long, but we can't fix this. We've not been able to start until the hill stopped sliding. It wouldn't have worked. We'd have fixed something that would just have broken up. We're getting on with it as fast as we can. We've got a solution here that will last, that will mean this will be open and safe and stable for the long term. So thanks for bearing with us. I'm sorry it's taken so long.
the work's going to cost around £5 million, money that has to come from the council's budgets. It's expected to take 9 months, so should be finished next spring. Will Glennon, BBC News.
Wonky no more.
Quite a big job, isn't it? Well, we stay with the transport theme as well, because when he's not minding the gap between the train and the platform, one member of staff at Northampton railway station is trying to close the gap in his ticket collection.
Yes, Elliot Bager is trying to find a ticket to Northampton from every single station across the UK, and his progress so far is displayed on the walls for all to see. Our reporter, Kate Bradbook, went to see if her ticket is the one he needs.
Northampton, our next station stop. Tickets, whether they're on an app on your phone, on email, or paper tickets like this, we all need them to travel. Here at Northampton, they've been given a new lease of life. 2 million passengers use this station every year. One member of staff is collecting the paper tickets and putting them on display. The aim, to find one from every single destination in the UK.
Wolverton. They've already got that one.
One day we just took a load of tickets out of ticket barriers, had a look through just to see where people came from, put it in a box and thought, have a look tomorrow, see if there's any new ones. And then the next day, and now it's 9 years later.
What started out as an occasional hobby has turned into a daily ritual for Elliot, and it's definitely attracting the attention of travellers.
Excuse me, where is your ticket from?
Taunton, Somerset.
And you're trying to figure out if it's here. Should we have a look?
Oh yes, Taunton. You've got.
He got that one back in November 2015.
Yeah, we saw it on Twitter and we wanted to see it when we came here, so yeah, we're quite pleased to see it.
It's really, really good. It sort of plays to the geek in me, having a look at how often people have to change to get here and the gaps that are left. Actually, Dorking, look at that, that's an interesting one.
Tempted to try to get to any of these places and come back?
I don't know if I'll have time, but maybe one day.
Last month, a post on the social media platform X by travel enthusiast Emily Turner went viral when she spotted the display board.
People got really, really excited about it. They just were really, some people who were from Northampton or who used to live in Northampton were saying, oh, I'm so glad it's still going. And other people talking about what a great idea it was. And I think, like many sort of interesting transport ideas. It just was something that a lot of people wouldn't know about, but when they saw, they were so engaged with.
I thought I'd try to help Elliot to collect a few more stations. This is a customer announcement. Any passengers arriving from Easterhouse, Crossmyfoot, Gulf Street or Hagfold, please can we have your tickets to add to the display board? Thank you. But without success.
The vast majority of tickets that are left on these boards will be little tiny stations in like Welsh mountains or in Scottish mountains or like right out in the middle of nowhere. Most of them are just going to be a platform and nothing there.
In the years since the collection was started, new stations have been added. So could it be another 9 years or even longer before the board is complete? Kate Bradbrook, BBC News.
Good luck to them. I tell you what, Kate's got a future in
yeah, she's good at that.
Hasn't she? Really good. Perfect voice.
If you're heading to Northampton today on the train, you know what you have to do.
Yes.
Hand in your ticket to Elliot. Let's complete that.
And if you're from one of those missing areas, make your way to Northampton ASAP.
Anyway.
Yeah. Now, conservationists say there's been a rise in the number of whales, dolphins and porpoises living in the English Channel.
Yeah, for decades, experts warned that many species were scarce because of overfishing. But now they say the numbers are finally recovering. And our reporter Hannah Rowe has been out and about on a ferry trying to spot some. What do you reckon? She's going to see some?
Let's hope so.
You can wait decades for magical moments like these. But just recently, marine conservationists say sightings are becoming more common in a place many thought was too overfished to support these animals.
A lot of people think that there's no wildlife to be found in the English Channel, but actually there is so much. We're so lucky to see a really wide variety of porpoises, dolphins and whales in the English Channel, which is just phenomenal. And you can see them yourselves from any of the ferries crossing this rich part of water.
To check on the channel's wildlife, conservationists with the charity Orca work with ferry companies like DFDS and P&O to put their scientists on board the large cross-channel passenger boats. They've been taking these sailings back and to for decades. But recently, they've seen a remarkable change in these waters.
A minke whale was here just a couple of years ago, and this stretch of water going by the window just now is a world hotspot for harbour porpoises. Pretty impressive, given that just 20 years ago there wasn't one seen here.
That almost certainly is related to the increased prey. We've had much tighter regulation now on taking of herring, so that pressure has decreased. The downside of all that has posed a threat to the animals because it's resulted in entanglement and drowning in fishing gear. The actual population cannot sustain that level.
Key to protecting these animals is understanding them, carefully monitoring their behaviour patterns so that regulations can be put in place to keep them safe. But the English Channel is too vast for one or two conservationists to monitor alone. That's why scientists on board the passenger ships work with members of the public as they take the trip to and from the continent.
What I do is that if people are interested to do an observation with me, this is the rendezvous point. At the beginning, I give a little introduction, very briefly introduction about these animals, the species that we can see here, how to identify them. So after I have explained all of this, I give to them a few binoculars so people can use it and have it a try.
Of course, there's never a guarantee you'll see anything, but if it gives you any encouragement, just as we were packing up to leave.
There's some dolphins.
Yeah, dolphins, yeah.
Yes, yes. Good job.
It's hoped that continued monitoring can keep these animals safe and make sure they can stay in the English Channel for generations to come. Hannah Rowe, BBC News.
It's always the way, isn't it?
Yes.
Just as you're about to pack the camera away, up they pop.
Thank goodness
Well
they
done,
didn't.
Hannah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.